Hey, and welcome to The Explainer. You ever wonder what it would take to build a single unified brain that could run not just one, but multiple businesses at the same time? Well, today we're diving into a really ambitious blueprint for exactly that. It's a custom-built business intelligence system designed to be the central nervous system for a whole growing enterprise. Let's get into it.
And at the very heart of this whole thing is this one single vision. It's captured perfectly in this quote from Sayan Kazay, the founder and CEO of Echelon Development. This isn't just some theory, right? This is a practical tool being built by an entrepreneur who needs to wrangle all that complexity.
Okay, so to really get the what of this system, we've got to start with the why. What's the fundamental problem that a system this big is trying to solve in the first place?
So here's the challenge, right? Just imagine for a second you're juggling multiple companies like Echelon Development and Apex Windows. Then, on top of that, you've got consulting gigs and training programs. Information is just everywhere. It's in your emails, your social media, your meeting notes. It's chaos. The goal here is to fight that chaos and build one single, reliable source of truth.
And that, of course, brings us to the solution, which has the perfect name, the brain. So let's take that 30,000-foot view and see how it's designed to bring a little order to all that madness.
All right, so what is the brain when you get right down to it? Let's break down what makes it tick as that central hub we've been talking about.
At its core, the brain is basically a master database, and its whole job is to connect every single piece of the business. You've got the main companies, sure, but it goes way beyond that. It pulls in a shared knowledge library, all the training materials, a project tracking system, and it even includes its own system documentation. It's a completely self-contained ecosystem. Pretty cool.
A brain is pretty useless without information coming in, right? So next up, we need to look at the data ecosystem to really understand how information flows into this thing and, actually gets put to use.
The analogy here is perfect. Just like our own brains need senses, this system needs data inputs. It's designed to pull information from a whole bunch of different places, but, and this is a key but, not all of those connections are firing on all cylinders, at least not yet.
Okay, so check this out. This table kind of gives us a status report on the system's senses. You can see a bunch of them are fully active, feeding data in reliably. Things like a web clipper, email, and Grok AI. But then you have these others that are only partially integrated. So stuff from social media, or the reading app Readwise, or the meeting transcriber Fireflies, it's getting in, but it still takes some manual work. And then you see that one critical piece at the bottom, listed as missing.
Yeah, that missing piece is a platform called Make.com, and it is the absolute key to unlocking this system's full potential. Why? Because it allows for bidirectional data flow. Think of it like a two-way street for information. It doesn't just push data in, it lets the brain send commands and information out. That's what makes it dynamic and intelligent instead of just a passive database. It's literally the linchpin for the whole operation.
Okay, so you've got this crucial missing link. How do you actually build it out and bring this entire system to life? Well, that brings us to our final section, the actual blueprint, the step-by-step plan for launching the brain.
The whole plan is broken down into 4 pretty clear phases. First up, the foundation. That means getting that all-important Make.com integration set up. Phase 2 is automation. And this is where the magic really starts to happen, building those two-way workflows. Third, refinement, which is all about cleaning up those partial integrations and building templates to make everything smooth. And finally, deployment. You train the team and you hit the big green launch button.
And here's the timeline that maps it all out, kicking off in August 2025 with that foundational setup. Now, what you really got to see here is how the phases are all connected and depend on each other. You can't start testing until the automation part is done, and the final launch can't happen until everyone is trained up. It's a really logical step-by-step rollout.
All right, so let's zoom back out for a second. We've seen the why, the what, and the how. But what's the ultimate payoff? What does this centralized future really mean for the day-to-day business?
And this brings us right back to that grand vision. The whole point of all this work is to take that fragmented, chaotic mess of data from the beginning of our story and transform it into a unified central nervous system. One that doesn't just store information, but actually understands it, connects it, and helps drive the business forward intelligently.
So we'll leave you with this final thought to chew on. Forget about just finding a file or a number for a second. If your entire business, all your projects, all your knowledge, everything, had a central, intelligent brain that knew it all, what's the very first question you would ask it?